Alright. Chance to poison on hit. For the card. Percent crit strike avoidance. Chance to slow hit. Poison on hit. Okay. I guess I'm trying to run through the build since it is performing quite well. This is like what I started 2-3 days ago. No, 3-4 days ago, sorry. And this is like a fresh character, right? So I don't have gear or anything. I just started like the story and then monoliths right off the bat. And I'm quite happy with the performance. I think this has done pretty well. So I'm just gonna run through the build and then show you like generally how it works. Yeah. So this is going to be a Blademaster. You're gonna go rogue and have like about 34 points in it. So what you want is you want as much bleed chance and poison chance as possible. The rest of it is pretty much just defenses. A lot of the damage from this build is actually coming from your passive 3 as opposed to your gear. And I'll show you why. So you have poison chance here. You have 5 stacks of poison on third attack. You have 5 stacks of bleed on third attack, sorry. And then you have poison chance on hit. You have poison chance per equipped dagger. I'm using double daggers, right? So that's 100. You have 160% poison chance, so that's from this. You have Crimson Shroud. Crimson Shroud gives bleed chance as well, and yeah, and then you get extra. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's all the amount of poisons and bleeds you get off the skill tree. The reason why you do that is you're going puncture. So with puncture, what happens is that puncture as a base skill gives 30% chance to inflict bleed, but it also means that bleeds inflicted by puncture have 30% increased duration. Okay, so why is that important? Because duration means it's a 30% more damage, which you will then explode using this. So using Mutilate to basically consume all the bleed stacks and then do large amounts of damage in one shot, as opposed to just letting the bleeds tick out, right? How is that good? I mean, the explosion damage, I think you can leech off. Like you can leech off, and it's quite a significant amount. I'm not sure if it counts as a DOT. I think it counts as a hit. So the reason why I'm doing this is I have lots of bleed chance of this skill. I have especially because I have sanguine, so all poison chance for puncture is converted to bleed, and you know I'm stacking a shit ton of poison chance. I'm getting more poison chance with stuff like this. Getting more bleed chance with stuff like, you know, yeah, more bleed chance. Um, Getting bleed stacks off this. This is actually mostly for clear. And yeah, I'm getting bleed all this as well. Bleed chance, more effective bleed durations. So the reason why I'm maxing out bleed is so I can ramp up puncture damage, especially the puncture explosion damage. And that's pretty much the damage mechanic of this build. It's not very complicated. So yeah. And what does that mean? When it comes to your gear, you really want to get damage over time and physical damage, because bleed is physical, on your weapons. So I did go with obsidian daggers, which have inherent physical damage increase. Yeah, so obsidian. This one has damage over time and physical damage, which is nice. This one has melee damage, which is like not so nice, but I guess I couldn't find anything better. So yeah. Then you also go like as much. You actually build defense on your idols. You want life. If you can get more of these, that would be great. Which is life and percent life and flat life, because you don't really get life from anything else. A lot of the gear is defenses, so you're getting a lot of resistances, etc. And you're using quite a bit of uniques as well. I'll show you what are the uniques I'm using. So yeah. So what you want is bleed, poison chance, damage over time. Um, you want defenses after that, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going double rings of Siphon of Anguish. Why? I think what I really like about this is that it gives you a chance to apply Doom. Chance to apply Doom is a DOT, so it gives you damage over time as well. You get Doom effect, which means you're ramping up that damage over time. And you can actually leech that void damage, right? And it gives you leech rate. So this build, what it does is that as long as you don't get one shot, you're not gonna die. And the reason being for it is usually leech to max right instantly, right? And the reason why you do that is you have this chest, you have the increased leech rate from this, from the rings, as well as from your passive 3. So you're going blood dance, you have leech rate as well. So this means that whatever damage you do, you almost instantaneously leech back to full. And that also means that this is kind of good because you get a, well, you have full health, you get 90% more damage, not more damage, increased damage. You have 90 dodge rating, uh, and also you get perfection stacks pretty easily because you're attacking really fast. Yeah, so you get armor and dodge rating. My dodge goes up to, I think, 50%, I think, dodge, and armor goes up to like 30% reduction. So that's pretty nice. Uh, the only downside is you don't really have a huge health pool, right? So you do get one shot by a couple of stuff, and you just need to watch out for those. I probably want to build up more health eventually, so I can deal with that. What else is there? Oh yeah, the boots. So the uniques you'll be running are the chest, which is full of flesh, the rings, which you can farm pretty easily because it drops pretty easily from that boss in the, what's it called, monolith. So we're farming these. I got this boot drop and I was quite surprised because it looks amazing. Damage over time, chance to apply doom, chance to gain haste, and cooldown recovery speed for shift. Even though this one's 15%, if I can get a 25, that'd be great because I want cooldown recovery on my helm as well. And basically, I just want to be able to spam this. Shift is really nice for mobility. It's also great for applying more bleeds. It works really well with puncture. So yeah. Yeah. So all in all, the build's pretty straightforward. It's not too complex. Let's see, what else do I want to run to? Oh yes, for the rest of these skills. So for shift, you go this, and then just bleed path, and then you go here for shadow, extra shadow, and dashing shadow. Yeah. So you want to do shadow cascade. You do level up shadow cascade, but you don't actually use any skill tree. The animation cast point for it is terrible. So you don't want to be casting this manually at all. I've opted to use a decoy, even though decoy really doesn't do that much. Yeah, but still better than manually casting this skill. So you run, you run here. You grab more daggers. You grab dagger duration and distance. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is okay. Then you go here for the chance to bleed for dagger dance. I'm not sure if this is good, but I didn't really know what to put the point. I'm not sure if I wanted to put this because it's pretty good as well, but yeah. So yeah, all these here for acid plus, you go here, you grab the more plus coverage and more plus. You run here to get the poison pool. With poison pool, you get amatoxic pools, which gives you efficacious poison toxin chance, right? Which gives you increased damage over time, more damage over time. So it does affect your bleed explosions, or your bleed mutilate explosions from puncture. You have poison pool, so yeah, you have hydrochloric ice as well to give you more poison chance, which gets converted to bleed chance. All right. Puncture, you run this route, you pretty much max everything out here with the bleed stuff, and you run here so you can get Bloodthirst, which gives you Bleeding Fury, which gives you even more bleed chance, right? You stack even more bleeds. So right now I think my bleed explosions are doing about 20-30k damage whenever I have everything up. 30k up. 30k I think with everything up. I think I could probably scale higher, maybe like 40, 50 when I get better weapons and better gear. Yeah. So with this smoke bomb, what I want is you want the guaranteed slow. So you want slow stack. You want the dust shroud because I gain dust shroud pretty easily when I'm in smoke. I think I get about 16 stacks, 15, 16 stacks of shroud, which is pretty crazy. You can just face tank most bosses as long as the damage doesn't one shot you. Yeah, and then you go here, so you get crimson shroud as well. You run here because you want to get the more bleed. You get like 200% bleed. You get this because shadows are great. What you do is you drop smoke bomb and then you drop a shift and your shift casts shadow cascade. So all of them will shadow cascade. Okay, so for Shadow Cascade, what do you want? Yeah, pretty much leech chance, daggers. This is just generally for clear. You're using this to clear the map with like 3 or 4 bleed stacks. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yep, the build. This is the build as a whole. It's not too complex. Oh yeah, compel. Let's see. Poison on hit just gets converted to bleed chance. You get dodge percentage, dodge rating, and attack speed, melee attack speed, which is nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Lassie poke builds are pretty straightforward, I feel. Like, it's not very difficult to build a Lassie poke build, I feel, compared to like Power Excel. So yeah, if you want to build that skills pretty well, pretty quickly, can do it like early game to the late game. This is this is the build I kind of come up with. I haven't really tried any other class except for Blademaster in this current patch. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this build guide. I want to push this all the way to level 100 and then chill after that, maybe play some other game. Yeah, peace.